Hey, very glad to have the opportunity to share with you my bookshelf. When I started GIS, I recognized that at that time, GIS only deal with spatial data. There's no temporal information incorporated into GIS databases. So I have been interested in temporal GIS from the very beginning and to looking at ways to integrate temporal data into GIS databases. So the book by Donna Pickett, Representation of Space and Time, really inspired me on a lot of fundamental space and time inquiries in GIS. And Donna did an excellent job to synthesize the basic ideas and basic concepts from philosophy, physics, cognitive science, and geography to look at what are the metaphors of space and time and how computer systems may or may not be able to represent all different properties and characteristics of space and time. And later on, I found out that if I do want to integrate temporal information into spatial databases to have a holistic temporal GIS, I really should represent events and processes in GIS system, not space and time as two independent components. So since I have been really interested in how to represent processes and events in GIS, so my climate and geomorphology background give me a lot of basic idea about processes, and I have been looking at to the new ideas and perspective of events. So this book on understanding events by a group of psychologists in Temple University talk about the psychological, cognitive perspective of how people perceive events and encode events in their memory, and how do they recognize events and then retrieve events from their memory. So it's basically a representation of events in our cognitive system, and that give me a lot of new ideas that how to replicate the representation of events in human memory system to the computer system. And the book on event history modeling is by two political scientists. And in geography, we have a lot of quantitative methods and spatial analysis methods to look at spatial patterns and spatial clustering, for example. But this book provides a quantitative treatment to look at how to analyze events in terms of event distribution, event risk, event periodicity, and how long an event will occur, the event survival predictions, and which is very complementary to the spatial analysis we have in GIS. So if we want to have a temporal GIS, we want to be able to both analyze events and the spatial features from the geography perspective. Thank you for the opportunity to share with you my bookshelf and some of the books that influenced my thinking quite a bit over the years. I welcome some suggestions and comments and maybe exchange ideas about what other books will be interesting to you, and please email me at myuan@utdallas.edu. Look forward to talking to you.